You're listening to DraftKings Network.
This message comes from PNC Bank, who believes some things in life should be boring, like banking, because boring is steady, pragmatic, responsible. You don't want your bank to be exciting. Exciting is for setting trends, not banks. That's why PNC Bank strives to be boring with your money, so you can be happily fulfilled with your life. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Brilliantly boring is a service mark of the PNC Financial Services Group, Inc. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings.
Why are you listening to this show?
The podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
Hey guys, download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DAN, that's D-A-N, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time? Thank you.
If you were a thief, and I told you that you lived very close to where Joe Burrow was, and the television suggested that he was out of town, busy at a game against the Dallas Cowboys, that seems like a pretty good house to rob. I don't know if he's always got security around his house, but if you've recently read reports that he bought a $3 million Batmobile, that seems like a pretty good house to rob if you know that he's in Dallas and not home. I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often.
Well, it has been. That's why this is a story making headlines. You make it seem like it's a coincidence that a burglar happened to be near Joe Burrow's house, but the NFL and NBA PA have apparently sent out memos to players over the last few months about a string of high-profile burglaries that have happened while players are at games.
It just happened to Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes, I believe.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Exactly.
Bling ring.
If you guys can read about Anton Jameson, I remember talking to him many years ago about his security system at home and how often he would circle his neighborhood to make sure he was not being followed because if people know you have money and know where you are at all times, there are ways to take your money. But what are the details on Joe Burrow? Like what was stolen from his home? Because the other thing is, right, single athletes. If you're not married and there's not family, you're a single person and you're very wealthy, you're more likely to have an empty home, are you not?
It wasn't empty. There was a swimsuit model.
Yeah,
an employee.
Also, like
that's
if you
the way
are,
I always imagine it.
If you are married, wouldn't your partner be at the game that you're playing in anyways? So I don't understand.
You're just reckless.
I didn't assume.
You think that Joe Burrow goes to work and his hypothetical wife's like, I'm going to stay home. I'll stay home and watch the house.
I'm reckless by assuming that Joe Burrow doesn't have a swimsuit model at home. That's what you're saying.
No, you're
I'm being reckless
for saying that a married person, their spouse would stay home while they're playing.
I'm talking about just family in general. There is more likely than a single person. Am I wrong about that? There might be family at home more likely than if there were a single person.
It is okay for Dan to think that when Joe Burrow leaves the home, he's leaving his home empty. It's okay. Like, I'm with you on that. Yes, he's not married. I mean,
what is the relevance of being married and leaving your home solo?
I with David. I don't understand the distinction. Like, it's very well documented that like family members go to football games
I just assume that if a family lived in a home or a single person lived in a home, just probability by the numbers who live in the home, it's more likely that someone will be there if I'm choosing a home that has 9 people in it than if it has 1 person in it.
Well, now you're saying 9 people.
I'm just saying I'm making it a family.
I'm
making it a family.
The whole family's going to the game, Dan.
Have you heard of living girlfriends?
Now we're talking about Philip
Ryan
Rivers.
Fitzpatrick's family was always at the game.
We're not talking about Philip Rivers. We're talking about maybe a wife and 2 kids.
I'm not even going to go Hispanic stereotype. I was actually doing Manny Ramirez in my neighborhood. Right. He had 9 people there.
I think that there's less times at Joe Burrow's home alone than you'd expect.
Well, clearly there was a swimsuit model there. I guess I'm supposed to be surprised there was only 1.
Well, no, that's an employee of his.
So that's the other little nugget about this, that it wasn't family or a girlfriend. Apparently, and we need to get some better info because I love to recklessly speculate about this situation, but I won't. A swimsuit model, not a girlfriend, not a family member, but in his home during a game. Do we have a thought? Was she hired to do that? Is she being paid? And if she's being paid, to do what exactly?
You have a lot of questions. I just want to know why his house was burgled, how it was burgled, and how many other burglaries there are happening.
Potential inside job? What do you think?
I'm just saying that Joe Burrow is not aware of what was stolen yet. So he couldn't even tell us because he had to go home first and take a look. Why couldn't he call the swimsuit model and say, can we FaceTime?
Apparently she called 911 and... No?
She called her mom. Her mom called 911.
That's right. She called her mom. I did read that. I feel like
looking into her.
If you're not sure if you're being robbed, you probably would call someone first and be like, should I call 911? Personally, I would just call 911
immediately.
But I could see being like, I don't know what to do. Like maybe I'm hearing things. Can you talk me through this?
Actually, what I read is that there was broken glass.
Yes, a shattered window.
That's 911 time, not mommy time.
Can you guys tell me why it is that Jessica is the only one amongst us watching Hard Knocks? I remember a time, a glorious time in the history of Hard Knocks where football fans were so enthusiastic about getting just a little bit of access that it would be operatic. When Hard Knocks would arrive with your team, teams would object. I don't want my privacy invaded like that. And football would grow, giving you a really packaged product about the insides of your team. None of the teams wanted to do it. Fans loved the access of it. Why is Jessica the only one around here who cares at all about watching what I'd assume would be interesting Hard Knocks?
I can only speak for myself, of course, but Hard Knocks was something that got me excited for the football season. Once I'm inside the football season, I don't need Hard Knocks anymore. I'm already excited. Like, football's here. I'm in the midst of it. I'm in the middle of it. And so I think Hard Knocks, they're doing too many, to be honest with you.
It's also, it's the 3rd Hard Knocks since, June.
Right.
And our viewing habits have changed. I'll watch Hard Knocks when I can watch, 4 of them back to back.
You guys are wrong. It's because the Steelers are in it, and they're winning a lot of games. That's the only reason I'm watching it, and it's awesome. Tomlin looks great. The team is fun. I'm enjoying every second of it. It has been... delightful last 2 episodes. And you know who hasn't been in it? The Ravens have barely been in this season because they were on a bye week, and then they played the Eagles the first week, so there wasn't a lot because it wasn't a divisional game. So I have to watch the Ravens. I'm just watching Steelers, and I'm injecting it straight into my veins every Tuesday night.
What is the turnaround, the editing time? Because this is pretty different than the franchise that they did with baseball. Right. Are they filming and then releasing within a week?
Within a day. The Monday night game was part of this week's episode. Wow. The Bengals-Cowboys game.
They must be working 3 shifts.
Well, what they're doing is really ambitious in the content age, as everyone has seen what access gets you nowadays. The fact that they're mass-producing Hard Knocks while Bryant Gumbel goes off the air after 29 years is a suspicious number if he was getting his own way. I don't think that 29 years is the way that Bryant Gumbel's career should end. I think it should get...
Not a round number.
He should get the 30 that he might probably want as opposed to the 29, but costs are being cut everywhere except around football. That business is booming everywhere, and the content football business, whether Stugotz, you're in on Hard Knocks or not, a winner with the mythology coach who has 18 straight winning seasons, and none of us understand how he's winning with the discard that Sean Payton couldn't do anything with in Denver and didn't have a quarterback last year. And so how did he fix it? He went and got 2, and now he never loses, and he's a leader of men, but I don't trust him to win in the playoffs because I don't think his team is quite good enough, even though his defense clearly is. His defense is clearly good enough. For Jessica to be eating that up on Hard Knocks because she's getting what is close to the most unprecedented inside access to Steelers football you've ever had, correct?
I mean, I can't believe the Steelers. There were videos where it did not look like Mike Tomlin wanted to be a part of it. He was like, "Get this mic off me!" Like behind the scenes videos.
It. Yeah.
But he's doing the interviews and he's sitting down and talking to the cameras. Like, I think maybe secretly deep down he likes it. But yeah, it is strange to see the Steelers on Hard Knocks because they are a team that you would never, ever, ever expect to be on training camp Hard Knocks because they always are in the playoffs and they're always winning games. And they're a team that, like the Giants, they don't want the cameras in the building. Now, the Giants eventually relented with their offseason Hard Knocks season, which I think there's been some criticisms of now, especially the way their season has gone. But I actually really like that show, too. The only Hard Knocks I haven't liked this year is the Bears one because it was so boring. It was just dry and just there was nothing.
No one is consuming Hard Knocks around here like you are.
That's true. Eberflus. Yeah, he got me with the beard for a minute. I was like, he's going to make it through the season because of the rebrand. I was wrong. Without the beard, I don't think he even makes it to week 4. I think the beard got him to Thanksgiving. But I thought the beard would get him to January. I did.
I want to play again today the game that we started yesterday with Is He Human? But I also want to ask questions of a colleague here because I don't know if some of us know something about Roy that seems to really delight Billy. I don't know if the rest of us, I don't know what you guys imagine. When Roy goes on vacation, I told Roy, I'm like, it's an odd time to go on vacation in December. And he's like, yes, it's part of Princess Claire's birthday week celebration. And then I learned something that I did not know and I did not have on my bingo card as someone who thought he knew Roy. Billy is delighted to learn that Roy is a big cruise guy.
Mm-hmm. Big cruise guy, Roy.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
The 3-dayer?
It was from Thursday to Monday morning.
Oh, wow.
4-dayer.
Wow. Longer one. That's fun. I came in and there was like Roy was on vacation. Like he was because like scheduling here, like sometimes I don't see people for like 2 weeks and I just assume it was the scheduling, so I didn't know where Roy was.
Right.
So Roy was like, I was on vacation, I was on a cruise, and I was like, oh cool, like awesome. Where'd you go? He goes, I don't know. And I'm like, how is that even possible? He's like, got on the boat. They told me to go on the boat. I got on the boat. I rode the boat around. I don't know where we got off. Well,
it's a ship.
Now Roy said boat.
Well, it's interchangeable.
No.
What do you know?
Words. Boat and ship are 2 different words.
All right, fine. The vessel. How about that? Is that better?
Well, I was excited because the happiest I've ever seen Roy was when we were in the Bahamas together. When we went there was like a 790 event at the Atlantis in the Bahamas, and me and Roy were roomies.
Yes.
Yeah, so we were there. It's the only time I've ever seen Roy wearing shorts.
We went on the lazy river together.
We went on the lazy river with Roy.
Roy loved it. He was so good on the lazy river.
Then we had to
no one lets the lazy river take you where the lazy river takes you better than Roy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fantastic.
Then we had like a weird situation where we were like, there was like the Cove or whatever, like the VIP section, and that's where we saw, who was that we saw there? From the Falcons.
Julio Jones.
We saw Julio Jones there.
Yes, I was spying on him.
Yeah, we were spying on Julio Jones because he just got injured. It was a really strange, honestly, like 24 hours because me and Roy were excluded from the trip, but then we were brought along. So we flew out and then we flew back out the next day. We were in a room. We shared the room together. We weren't supposed to be in the Cove, but it was one of those things of act like you belong. And we had like a key, then we just flashed him someone else's room key. But that's not how you're supposed to get in there. It's like a private situation. So then Roy got caught because he didn't play it cool enough. And then there was like this whole hubbub that was caused, and it became a principal thing. So Dan had to add Roy to Dan's room at a cost. Wow. And by the way, there was like 2 hours of sunlight left, so I don't think Roy ever ended up going to the Cove, but it just became a thing with the security guard not letting Roy in. It was a whole thing. The point is, it's the happiest I've ever seen Roy, and I saw him in shorts, so I figured Cruise Roy was the same thing, so I was asking all these great details of like, where'd you go? How was it? How was the cruise? How'd you go? Who'd you go with? He's like, I don't know. For everything. He didn't know anything about this cruise.
Did you ask him about the drink package?
No, I didn't get. I'm dry right now, so no drink package for me.
Thank you.
That's a harder way to do the cruise.
Wow.
It sure is.
It's also rough waters now. A December cruise in the Caribbean is not fun.
Oh yeah, it was very choppy. Very choppy. The boat was definitely rocking.
You should have come to me before Claire was born. I could have told you when to have her be born, and then you know when to do the birthday cruise.
I wish I did.
Like right before?
Yeah.
Like
right
10
before.
seconds before?
No, I get like 9-month notice. Like not a good time.
What do
for
you
birthday
guys
cruises.
imagine cruise ship Roy is? Is he is he playing any of the games? Is he?
Well, he's not drinking, so that's a bad start.
Is he gambling? Is he doing the buffet? Is he hitting the buffet extra hard? Like, what do you? Is he whirlpooling it? Like, what are you imagining cruise ship Roy is?
Well, here's the problem. We can only imagine, right? Because like we've gotten to the point that he wants to give us so few details, he won't even tell us where the cruise went and pretends as though he doesn't know where the stops
I don't
were.
think he knows. I think he never got off the boat. He wasn't that interested in whatever it was, 8 hours in the Bahamas, and he's like, I just stayed on the ship.
I think when you go on a cruise, the cruise ship is your destination. I mean, I never get off the cruise ship.
No, there's
ever.
Roy, did you get off the cruise ship?
I did. Apparently, yeah, it was on island. It was a city called Labadee.
Oh.
Haiti. You went to Haiti.
Okay.
Hey, well, how about that?
Labadee, yeah.
Okay, we went to Haiti.
No idea where
know
he
what
gets
you-
on a
you have to
ship
take a
with no
passport. You
idea
don't know where
where
you're
he's
going?
going.
Yeah, I had a passport. Yeah, I had no. Listen, my family booked a trip, and I walked on the boat. That's pretty much it.
Ship.
So you followed.
Vessel.
All you did was your vacation was to follow your wife and child to parts unknown on a ship you're still calling a boat.
That's right.
Because you know nothing about what you just did. You went and saw the world and returned with no knowledge.
That's right. That's exactly what.
Well,
I
no,
did.
he could tell us how great a place of the world was. And we're like, what place it was? Like, I don't know. The place my ship took me.
A whole bunch of tourists.
What if you were taken? You had one call. You call me. You're like, Billy, I've been taken. Come find me. I'm like, where are you? You're like, cruise ship.
You have him using his call on you?
I could find him.
Drop a pin. It's not hard
I already
anymore.
found the cruise itinerary.
Wow. Oh, where else?
Nice.
Looks like a nice 4-day. You're 1 day at sea, 1 day at Labadee, and then 1 day at sea, and then you come back, right?
Yes, that's what happened. Yeah.
Little shuffleboard?
You know about this more than I do.
Royal Caribbean.
Can you give me some
I wish.
information on
You
some
didn't
of
play?
the activities that Roy did or
Roy,
didn't
do you have a
partake
little hat
in?
with like a solo umbrella just for your head on top?
No, I did see a captain's hat in the gift shop that I wanted to get, but Anita didn't want me to buy it. So.
Oh.
Well, and that's
So the
the
highlight
way.
of the trip is you saw a hat.
Yeah,
that
he
you
saw a
liked.
hat. That's it.
That's
the
one
highlight
of,
of
yes.
Roy's trip is he saw a hat he was not allowed to buy. He looked at it with great longing, and then he went and had a sad piece of cruise ship pizza.
What about the nighttime events? There's entertainment every night.
He wasn't
did not go.
drinking. I
You
mean,
did none of it?
You didn't go to the shows?
Roy was the entertainment.
Roy, what were you doing on
Did
this
you host
cruise
a live
ship?
podcast for everyone and talk about the Panthers?
Having a
that would
bad
have been
time.
awesome.
That would have been awesome, but I did not. No.
Did Dort go?
No, he did not. He was working.
On the cruise with you.
No.
This
no.
sounds terrible.
It wasn't terrible. I mean, I spent a majority of the time sitting on the balcony watching the water.
Oh, you had a balcony. All
yeah,
right.
the balcony. So
Okay.
It was very relaxing.
Did you get one of the the animals made out of the towel or whatever? In
Yes,
your
I
room?
did. I think we
which
got two.
animal?
We
What
got
was
two
it?
of
What
them.
was it?
I didn't really look at it. Claire had it most of the time, but I didn't really look
like
at
an
it. I think it
elephant.
was- No, it may have been a rabbit.
impossible.
It may have been a rabbit. Listen.
How do
Did
you
you
not
get-
remember? It was
Did
like
you get
4
hit in the
nights
head?
ago.
Like,
Because
what's
I'm
going
old.
on
That's
here?
why I'm getting old. I'm starting to
You're
forget
not
stuff.
that old.
I'm not that young.
That's not true.
Roy, it is breathtaking that you just returned from a vacation from which you have no remembered details.
You were sober the whole time.
You
All right.
don't know what city you went to. You don't know. You just saw a vast, sprawling ocean, which looks the same in every direction.
very peaceful, though.
Very peaceful.
I believe that I have tracked down the ship that he was on because I found a ship with this itinerary. Did you go on the flow rider on the back of the ship?
No.
The simulated surfing thing. You didn't do that.
No, I did not.
Okay. Did you go to Splashway Bay?
Claire went to Splashway Bay.
Okay,
Claire.
great. Did you do the rock wall?
No, Anita did the rock roll.
Okay. Did you watch? You didn't watch Grease, obviously, which is
Hell
being
no.
performed on this ship. Okay.
Absolutely.
Did you do anything?
What did you do while they were doing this?
I was
balcony.
watching Claire to make sure she didn't get kidnapped. That's one.
Good dad.
And
They can only take you so many places in the middle of the ocean.
yeah, that's true. And then the buffet.
All right.
Did you overeat?
I did.
Did you
it
go
on
to the
poll.
casino?
Put it on the poll, please.
Stop by it. I didn't play
You walked through.
At Lebitard
because I
Show.
lost.
Do you overeat on the cruise ship buffet? Does everyone overeat on the cruise ship buffet? What you've just described, Roy, is you go from the furnace of whatever it is that working for this place has been, and you go toward the ocean, and you sit on a balcony, and you unplug your cord from the wall, and you power down for 4 days staring at the ocean.
I guarantee you if I look, he was tweeting.
Absolutely.
You got the internet package.
I got the internet package.
You didn't unwind whatsoever.
No. I checked the phone from time to time.
Did you go on the water slides?
No, Claire did.
You were watching hockey the entire time you were in the room, were you not?
I wish I was watching hockey. I wasn't able to watch any. I watched the Dolphins game at the bar, and that was it.
That sounds fun.
So you didn't get sports, you didn't get gambling, you didn't get drink.
A bar he wasn't drinking at.
Did you guys ice skate?
Yes, we did. We
There's
did. We
ice
did.
skating
You
on
ice
the
skated.
boat?
There it is. Finally, we have found something.
Were you checking
Thank
people
you,
into the
Roy.
glass
It's
like
always
hockey?
good to volunteer none of this and make us interrogate you to get it out of you
For 5 minutes.
By crowbar out of your mouth. It's good that you volunteer none of it. You don't remember anything, but now we've sparked a memory. Yes, we ice skated.
If he was taken, he'd be returned. It'd be like, this is way too frustrating. Can't get anything out of this guy.
Exactly.
Did
That's
you
the
get
part of
off-
my evil master plan.
Did you get off the boat when you got to Labadee?
Yes. We walked around the island.
And you walked around?
Nice.
Yes, and I sat on a beach chair the entire time.
Okay. That sounds nice. Did you take any seashells or?
Claire took one seashell. That was it.
By the
You can't do
seashore?
that? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you know what?
It's not great.
What are you doing?
You know what?
What happened there?
Me?
Major penalty, 5 minutes, swooning comedy.
By the seashore, seashell by the seashore. Get out of here. That's not a helpful addition to what it is that we were doing on the show. It's not a funny joke. It's not clever. It's lazy. And you were somehow worse than us having to interrogate Roy for 5 minutes to extract from him, like archaeologists, that he went ice skating on a cruise ship.
Content, Dan.
Did you zip line?
It's part of the game with Roy.
I have here a highlight from Roy's cruise. This is from his Twitter account on December 9th. He retweeted this tweet on December 9th while he was in Labadee, Haiti, or on his way back from Labadee, Haiti. It was a tweet from someone named Mark Lazarus, and it just says, 44 years on this planet, and I never realized that the, quote, New York and Rangers are in all different fonts. That's insane.
On the logo.
Why would someone do something like
Wait,
that?
it is?
Yeah, that's what he.
Yes.
What?
That's what he did while he was on his cruise. He was retweeting.
Well, that would have stopped me in my tracks too. Now I have to Google it.
Yeah, pull up the logo.
I'm pretty certain that guy runs NBC Sports.
No,
What?
he's
No.
the Blackhawks beat reporter for the Athletic, right, Roy?
And here's Zendaya in a giant hat. That
Wrong
you
Lazarus.
retweeted. This is what you were doing from your balcony.
He
on the
was
cruise.
risen from the dead, Stugotz. Come on.
Bible joke.
Howdy, folks. It's Mike. And guess what? It's Miller time. The holiday season brings around lots of joy and also lots of family gatherings at your home. You're inviting people in there. You want to make sure they're happy. Why don't you make their time at your place a Miller time? Pass around that beautiful white can of triple hops brewed Miller Lite and watch the smiles adorn those faces. Make Miller Lite the official drink, the official beverage of your holiday get-together. You know why? Because it is a perfect beer for the holiday season. You'll take a sip, you'll look around, and you'll think immediately, yeah, I made the right call. It's got taste that you can depend on. No games, no gimmicks, just great beer for people who like beer. Making memories at year-end gatherings? Tastes like Miller time! Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
Stugotz here. Right now, my friends over at Simply Safe are extending their massive Black Friday deal for our Le Batard Show listeners. Simply Safe is the home security I trust to keep my home and family safe. I've been telling you that for years. This is your last chance to protect your home at Simply Safe's lowest prices of the year. Simply Safe is a new way to protect your home that stops intruders before they break into your home. Old school systems only take action once someone is already inside your home. That's too late. Simply Safe's Active Guard outdoor protection changes the game by preventing crime before it even happens. Simply Safe is extending its massive Black Friday deal for our listeners. This week only, you can take 50% off any new system with a select professional monitoring plan. This is your last chance to claim their best offer of the year. Head to simplysafe.com/DLB to claim your discount and make sure your home is safe this season. Don't wait. This offer won't last long. Keep your home, your family, and your peace of mind protected with Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Stugotz here. Nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection in every single bite, and right now, you could save on unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, score an extra $30 off with promo code Dan. I love Omaha Steaks. First off, I love them for myself. Secondly, it's a great gift. Oh, I love those fillets. They're fantastic. With 5 generations of experience, they consistently deliver the world's best steak experience, and the gifting experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet favorites. From legendary steaks to mouth-watering desserts and more, save 50% off site-wide for limited time at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $30 off with promo code Dan. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com and an extra $30 off with promo code Dan. Minimum purchase may apply.
Don Batard.
Go ahead, Billy. Ask him your question.
Is gymnastics possibly corrupt?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Stugotz.
I got some phlegm in my mouth, yeah.
It's okay. Vacation.
Yeah.
Is gymnastics possibly corrupt?
This is the Don Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Jeremy, please go to the other room. It is time for your victory lap. I don't know what it is that the victory lap is about, but we'll get to it in a second. Also, do we know if Genesis has arrived? I will say, you know that I don't do advertising around here, but if I were to advertise how you fix your body late in life so it doesn't have a great deal of pain, I would advise a lot of Genesis in your life or a lot of her mentor, Al. So some of the people around here are going to take a mashing today to see if we can get some of the stress out of their body. But Billy, can you help me do some work here on Stugotz emotionally? I can rarely convince him to do anything that he needs to do for himself so that he takes care of himself. He tends to rebuff me. And I think because he's been walking crooked lately that he needs an hour of Genesis, but I think he's also afraid of Genesis, that her healing hurts so much that he doesn't want to do a thing that would be better for him because the drives and the travel are taking a lot out of him.
I may not be your man for this job because I also have avoided Genesis for about 3 years now because I'm afraid.
I'm terrified.
It hurts. It hurts, and I'm always afraid someone's going to sneak one past the goalie when she's standing on me. You know what I mean?
No.
Like a fart is going to come out or something else is going to come out.
That's not what I thought
so
that
hard.
Wait, what did you think of that?
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Jessica, but you would not say the same things they say. You would say that it is rough and rugged, but also you understand that the pain is the healing in it,
hurts so
right?
good, Dan.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
Right?
Oh, it's the best.
But
I can't wait.
I've gotten so many massages in my life, and usually like 5 minutes in, the masseuse says, hey, how's the pressure?
Yeah.
Genesis doesn't do that.
Doesn't
and if
care.
she does do it, and you say, hey, lay off a little bit, she cranks it up. I'm terrified of her. I got to be
Stugotz
honest.
is getting older. His bones are getting more
Right.
brittle. Like, we need to be careful.
Well, you say this, but I would say because, okay, so I would sound a bit like a lunatic here, but when you endure whatever the pain is of that, it is your body healing itself because she will make you more limber, more flexible, and you'll stop walking crooked. Like the pain is the thing that you need in order to get better here. Right. But Jessica, you like the pain in here, and is she here? Because I am overdue here on needing some of your college football takes because I'm tired of Mike Ryan's college football takes, and you don't agree with Mike Ryan's college football takes. So I'm thinking of merging both of those things. You get mashed, but you also give us your hottest takes. But you don't view this as pain that makes you yelp, right? Because I just did this morning with her mentor, Al, and I'm screaming.
This morning?
I'm screaming.
You came to work? You don't feel like you're liquid right now? Because afterwards, I generally feel like I'm liquid. I have to go lay down.
I hurt at 6 o'clock in the morning in a way that woke up my wife because I was screaming because he was on a part of my body with his knee and all his body weight. But yes, I feel physically better today.
But I have used Al as well, and Al is fantastic. He really is. But when I tell him to lighten up on the pressure, he lightens up on the pressure. Genesis, not so much.
I've never done it before because I'm petrified. Like I'm way too scared. Well, everybody comes out of there saying that they feel like liquid.
Oh my
God! I don't know. My back is very sensitive.
Didn't you play sports?
Yeah, but I clearly don't anymore. I'm in a fucking green witch costume.
Wow. That is true.
Samson, you would not allow somebody to touch you this way. You don't like a massage, correct? You wouldn't
A foot massage?
No, any kind of massage.
Massage by foot.
Would you be here for any kind of massage?
There's certain massages I like.
Okay, but a professional massage in a
David,
professional
name one.
environment? Well, he did already.
I mean, come on, man. You know what he's talking about.
No, the answer is I was surrounded by people who did sports massages. As a marathon runner, you're supposed to get deep tissue, and I do not allow that. I don't want the pain. I'd rather I roll myself out.
The pain of that.
That hurts too.
That is also painful.
But it's when you self-inflict the pain, it's easier because you have the threshold. But rollers do hurt. But yeah, I roll my calves and I roll my thighs and my back. But yeah, it can hurt. But I don't let someone else do that.
It's because you don't want somebody touching you that way, correct? These people use their feet, their elbows, their knees. You would never allow any of that, right? No. I wanted to ask you guys a question about this in this realm. This is a serious question. Put it on the poll, please, Juju, at Le Batard Show. Should you get a full refund if during your entire 90-minute massage, the masseuse has the hiccups?
Yes.
The entire 90-minute
Did Al
massage.
have the hiccups?
No, this was something else. This was a different
nightmare.
No one has the hiccups for 90
90
minutes.
minutes.
I've had the hiccups for 90
For
minutes
90
before.
minutes?
90 minutes?
A long time.
Yes. It almost happened last night as I was going to bed. I got the You guys have heard me get the hiccups before, haven't you? There was like a whole day where I had the hiccups for like 3 hours, and I had to record like multiple podcasts while I had the hiccups.
You have no tricks?
No.
Everyone's got tricks.
Sometimes they don't work.
But I gave you one. Hold your breath, swallow 3 times. Remember? Like it worked, didn't it?
I don't remember.
I think it worked. Yes. Towards the end of the show, it worked.
And the scare
yes.
ones do. You can scare people. You could just go and blowing smoke in someone's mouth.
Oh, really?
That
I could
is
do
a
that.
thing.
Yes.
Don't do that to me.
I'm an expert at that. But to answer Dan's question, do we deserve a full refund if they're hiccuping the entire time? And yes, I'm there to relax. I'm not there.
I found it wildly distracting. Like wildly distracting.
Of course. I mean, they're making a sound every 5 seconds.
Well, it made me want to stop 5 minutes into the massage because the hiccups were not stopping and did not stop for 90 minutes. And so I'm asking you guys if I deserve, because I did ask for a discount or a refund, but I felt like that was not in any way what I was signing up for.
I think sneezing and sniffles are worse than hiccups.
No.
Done a
Then
massage?
you wonder, is that oil or is that mucus?
Is it a constant sneezing, though? I mean,
no one sneezes for 90 minutes, but one sneeze is refund worthy. 5 minutes of hiccups is not.
One sneeze?
If someone would sneeze in my presence, and it would, and you'd feel the things.
Now you're saying you're getting sneezed on.
That's different.
Yes, not one sneeze into your elbow like an appropriate person.
He's talking about a sneeze with the shrapnel that comes, the snot shrapnel that comes with the sneeze.
That's a refund.
I don't want snot shrapnel on me, generally speaking, either. So yeah, okay.
That's
Maybe
a full
we
refund.
agree.
What if the masseuse is a funny guy that does the sneeze but then sprays you with a spray thing, goes choo, and then a little spray and it's not real snot, but you don't know because you're looking at the floor.
No tip.
Have you ever fallen asleep?
Or he's like, ooh, I'm gonna get this knot out, and then he starts pulling it, and it's like a scarf, and then it's another scarf coming out of your back.
Ooh, clown masseuses would be great.
That's a great idea. Business model.
I'm gonna pitch this
Samson,
to
can
Genesis.
you invest?
Why do you think that's a great idea, clown masseuses? Samson, you're not
Scary.
afraid of
Just
clowns,
too
are
fun
you?
now.
You're afraid. You're not afraid of
he's
clowns.
Billy. I mean,
So you think it's a good business? Billy's business ideas are something you always want to support. There, I'm still waiting for that Moss Miami at the last remaining Kmart to come together.
I'm ready whenever you guys are. You
He's
guys
on
are the
it.
ones that won't do it.
Yeah.
I'm the idea man. You guys are the
guys.
money men.
Let me,
You're definitely
just-
not the idea man. I bring the ideas here. Just fund these ideas. I'm telling you, that Kmart Moss would be incredible.
I'm gonna just realign your nose real quick. Got a quarter. Clown masseuse.
I fell asleep in a massage and I started snoring. Is that rude? Because I feel like that's more of a compliment to the masseuse. Like they had me so comfortable that they put me to sleep.
If I were them, I would just stop doing it.
Well, it was a couples massage, so my wife was there. So then she also had to deal with like the embarrassment of I fell asleep and I was snoring. So she's getting a massage while I'm getting a massage, and the three of them are dealing with me snoring while the massage is going on.
That's refund worthy right there.
What?
If you are getting a massage next to your significant other who's snoring,
Yeah.
don't get a couple's
What's
massage.
the refund? What do you mean? What
Her
is the
massage got ruined.
Yes.
I want to.
His wife should get the refund.
I like the idea of just getting free couples massages forever because I just keep falling asleep and snoring, and she gets a refund on.
You game the system.
You guys,
These clowns are never going to see it coming.
You skipped right past Jessica's thievery of you fall asleep during a massage Jessica's giving and start snoring. You're going to wake up and she's going to be eating a sandwich nearby when you wake up because she's just going to stop working. I'm not going to work if you're asleep, even though the job is to work. I'm going to wake up and my masseuse is going to be doing something else other than her job because Jessica's a thief as a masseuse, which is worse than a clown as a masseuse.
If I'm a masseuse, I have to take my breaks where I can get them and rest my hands. You know, you're using your hands all day. If my client falls asleep, I'm monitoring the breathing situation. As soon as he snorts himself awake, I'm going to go right back in there and pretend like I've been massaging
just
the whole time.
Just like barely touch, just like do like this, and then like if the person wakes up, they think like, oh, this is just like the lull in the massage.
We would all do it.
Masseuses are very routined. So sleep or no sleep, arm and then arm.
Very
and then
disciplined,
down.
yes.
It's a whole thing. They do the same thing whether you're awake, asleep. Once in a while, it's the whisper, how's the pressure?
Yeah.
They do that.
Except Genesis.
I'm skipping the arms if you're sleeping. I'm not doing your arms if you're asleep.
No, but I'm
Do
saying
your own
that as a
arms.
professional masseuse, you would just do it as a matter of course.
Taking a break. It's sandwich time. I got to restock the gunpowder in my trick handshake, so I'm taking a break really quick. I'm the clown masseuse.
I got you smoking a cigarette in the corner of the spa and then eating a sandwich. Even though why would you be smoking a cigarette? You wake up the person who's snoring because you're having a heater in the corner.
That's a candle, Dan.
It's an ash, the scent, ash-scented candle in the corner of the spa. Why is there a clown masseuse, though? Why do you think this is a good idea, Billy? Because I will tell the audience, we have not celebrated around here, okay, in the gambling corners of the universe where people are making you money because they got inside information. Billy is better at gambling on football than anyone DraftKings has ever known in an area of expertise.
Except Stu.
Stu is very close, and Stu is jealous of Billy.
Very jealous.
Stugotz is furious that Billy's a little better because Stugotz is having the season of a lifetime on God Bless Football, but Billy's been better. Billy keeps hitting on three-team parlays, three-leg parlays. He hits in the first half. Billy's what's your record this season on God Bless Football against the spread, Billy?
41-17.
Whoa.
That's
really
better.
Good.
But the problem is, and I will say this because you keep wanting to bring it up and talk about it, I don't like talking about it because I have felt the tension with Stugotz because Stugotz is not comfortable when we discuss this, so I don't want to discuss it.
I mean, I thank you because you gave me a 3-0 back-to-back weeks. I believe you gave me 2 3-0s, and one of those games I got to go to sleep by halftime, so I was fine with that. But I am trying to support you, and we're making a big deal about your record. I too have a fantastic record, and I haven't heard a peep from you, Billy Gill, about my record.
I haven't said I'm not pushing to promote this record.
I understand.
I'm just going out there and I'm giving you 3 picks at a time every Monday, and then when we do special events on Sundays, I'll do those.
I start a season going 0 for 18, and we do a 30 for 30 on it. I have a season right now at 61, 38, and 2, and no one says a word. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Let's celebrate
not you, Billy.
Stugotz. Stugotz wants to celebrate.
No,
Let's
okay.
celebrate
I'd
Stugotz.
rather celebrate you.
He also changes the line for every game.
I do. Well, I buy down half.
Do you buy halves? Are you that guy?
I am that guy.
Do you do it after
I'll buy
the
a
final
full point.
score?
I don't care.
Some people have accused Stugotz of finagling some lines. His record it's got some accounting. It's not notarized by an accounting firm.
Right. Those 38 losses, David, feel like 75 losses.
Well,
they are 75.
Well, they might be, but one of the things that happens with Billy, this is the case with both Billy and Juju. They care deeply, so they are actually pouring themselves into looking where the advantages might be. But so are the gambling people, and they're not doing as well as Billy Gill is, and neither is Stugotz. And of course we celebrate when Stugotz in 30 for 30 style starts a season 0 for 18, because do you have any earthly idea how hard it is to start a season with your public picks going 0 and 18? It'd be as hard as going 18 and 0.
What if I told you that the pursuit of perfection isn't always a good thing? That 0 for 14 on your gambling picks isn't just possible, but will likely have real-life consequences. That my picks are for entertainment purposes only. That I gave you a sly wink and air quotes when I said that thing about my picks being for entertainment purposes only. That I've run into some pretty rough people you don't want to owe money to. That I've just taken out a third mortgage. That my daughters are going to have to make new friends in public school. That I know way too much about the University of Hawaii's football team because I'm always up late chasing. That my wife is probably leaving me and taking the kids. That if someone you never met before starts asking you questions about where I've been, tell them you haven't seen me in a while and immediately text me so I can get on the next flight to El Salvador. That I know it's been a rough couple of weeks, but I've got a great feeling about the Titans plus 6.5 on Sunday. ESPN Films presents a 30 for 30 about one man's fight to keep both his kneecaps.
Did we do multiple 30 for 30s on this? Because it deserves it. Starting 0-14.
Yeah. We did, because I went 0-14 one year, and I think 2 years later went 0-16 during bowl season.
Where was the 0-18 from?
I think he did twice. I'm sorry. I think I got it wrong on 0-18. It was two different ones that I've confused. One was 0-14 and one was 0-16. It did happen twice. I think, Roy, if you keep searching our library,
you'll find it.
You'll find another one, because it did happen twice.
That's more impressive than what Billy's doing. Yes. To do that twice? That's unbelievable.
Well, how about Billy pick games instead of these prop things, okay? I don't like prop bets. Like something against the spread, man. That's how I do it. I pick a game, pick a side.
That's another segment. That one,
props.
Oh man, I had those
Tight end
cats last week
catches.
with the dogs, and then I told you the Panthers were going to cover that spread
You
last
did.
week. No one believed that.
You actually did. I took it.
Stugotz has been making
only
a
bets the
killing.
winners.
Stugotz has been betting Billy's bets the last three he's made, because Billy's gone 8-1 over the last three bets he's made.
I had an awkward conversation, David, where this isn't how we're supposed to be doing it at all, but I told Stugotz, I go, you know what, Stugotz, I'm going to pick games to lose on purpose next week, just so that you feel like, just for your ego, I'm going to pick losers just for you. What's the worst bet I can make?
Howdy, folks. It's Mike. And guess what? It's Miller time. The holiday season brings around lots of joy and also lots of family gatherings at your home. You're inviting people in there. You want to make sure they're happy. Why don't you make their time at your place a Miller time? Pass around that beautiful white can of triple hops brewed Miller Lite and watch the smiles adorn those faces. Make Miller Lite the official drink, the official beverage of your holiday get-together. You know why? Because it is a perfect beer for the holiday season. You'll take a sip, you'll look around, and you'll think immediately, yeah, I made the right call. It's got taste that you can depend on. No games, no gimmicks, just great beer for people who like beer. Making memories at year-end gatherings? Tastes like Miller time! Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.